Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hazel and Mia podcast. Have we got a lot in store for you today? Our
Def-
topic is on empowering oneself. So, for all of you out there who are dealing with just the crazy world, this show is for you.
yes.
And if you feel like it, please feel free to give us a like and subscribe to the channel because it really would help our algorithms. And it makes us also feel good too, to know that we have people out there listening to us. Okay,
And if
great.
you're on TikTok, please share out our posts
Absolutely. That is extremely important. We want to get out there to as many people as we possibly can.
because even with one post, you could put that post out there and you could make somebody feel a whole lot better from just reading it.
I certainly hope that that is the outcome because we have fun with the topics that we discuss.
Definitely.
And we really want to share this joy with everybody, with as many people as we possibly can. You
And
know, yeah, go
when I
ahead.
say we have bad days as well, so we all know that bad days are normal in life.
And unfortunately, there are too many bad days happening right now.
Definitely.
I
So,
I I see it every day where people are just struggling.
yeah. Yeah. So,
And
what do you do to empower yourself?
literally, we were talking about this a few minutes ago. I have started to recognize that if I just watch the news or listen to the negative things that are happening in the world, I'm almost stagnant. I
Yeah.
feel myself almost not being able to move. And
Yeah.
so, some things that I have started to do is I have joined a group that is going to help me get out into the environment. We are working on garden sculptures, and it's a fabulous thing because we are involved in working in nature and we are building a trail for other people to enjoy our sculptures and our little garden gnomes and things like that. But it is giving us such a sense of peace and helping us focus in the now.
Yes, definitely. This is a real cheap and cheerful idea for people. And I bet everybody has an old laundry basket.
Not me. I try
Well,
to stay away from laundry.
one thing you could do, being outdoors in a natural nature environment lifts you so much. So something I used to do before I started having the baby and life got hectic, I used to fill that washing basket with soil.
Okay.
Then I would plant some potatoes in that soil. You
Okay.
would then grow your own potatoes because those potatoes you've planted will become like seedlings. And that's something that you can do being outside. It rewards you at the end because you've got potatoes. And
Yes.
if you've got children, they can join in and learn the process as well.
And having a garden right now is the best decision that you can make.
Yes, yes, definitely.
I will tell you that in my family, I was known as the plant killer.
And I think that title says it all.
And I had an aunt she had the green thumb, she had the green toes, she was just fabulous at growing plants. And every time I came to visit, she would fill my car with plants. And I said to her one day, why? Why are you doing this to these poor plants? But I have to say that because of the things that are going on in the world today, after joining this group to work on nature, I decided I was going to grow a garden. And I am so excited because not only are my flowers growing, but I have lettuce, I have cucumber, tomato, zucchini, and onions. We're getting ready. I'm leaving the potatoes to my husband. He's the one.
Ah, Carlos is the potato man.
I'm
And
going to give him that title.
even if people haven't got soil in their gardens, you can still do a raised bed and then add the soil, because that
Absolutely.
brings so much more enjoyment. I got out the kitchen and I can't lift it, an aloe vera plant.
Okay.
This plant now stands at 4 foot tall,
Oh my gosh.
and it just grew from nothing. But you're giving yourself so much benefit from being outdoors. And also, guys, if you didn't know, natural greenery also grounds you.
Oh, that's an awesome piece of advice.
Yeah. If I'm really, really stressed, I look like a lunatic. I'll go over the field behind the house, because it's all natural, of course, and I'll
Mhm.
just sit there in bare feet. And then I'll come back in, and then my mood have changed, and then I go back to doing what I was doing. So, why I do it on grass for myself, because as you can imagine, all the energies I pick up. But
Mhm.
growing your own things and just doing that, you're going back to basics and grounding yourself that way.
I love that you said that because um, I was not an outdoors person.
Yeah,
And it's the vibes from the soil
yeah,
that is lifting you up. People don't realize it right now that there is a shift.
definitely.
And
Definitely.
yes, and it is the being out in nature that is helping you to make that shift easier.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing people could do to empower themselves is do something nice, even if it's painting your toenails. And I know that sounds strange, but something so quick and easy will make you feel different about yourself. Because some people might take this the wrong way. You're not a doormat,
Right.
and people going to learn they can't treat you like that. No is a very important word. Never be afraid to say it, because I'm going to say something now that I bet resonates with most of our viewers.
Okay.
How many times are you asked to do something by some? How can I put this? There's one of you, you've got 6 people around you asking you, can you do this for me? Can you do that? You do it because you feel pressured.
Mhm.
It's time to stand up and say, no, I haven't got time. Don't be afraid to say no.
You're right. And the first part of that is keeping yourself first. You
Yes,
can help other people,
yeah.
but take care of yourself first.
But one thing I want you to do before you help other people, ask yourself, do they ever help you? Because if they don't help you, you can't be the one that keeps giving. It don't work.
Well, in relationships, it won't work.
No.
And I think a lot of people are figuring that out.
Yeah. I think in friendships as well.
Well, I consider friendships to be a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't say that, you know, uh, you can even have a relationship with your pets, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you'll notice, your pets are always giving to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Without realizing it, pets are emotional stability.
Mhm.
They listen to your moans and they don't answer you back. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
we need. More people like that, because they know our deepest, darkest secrets.
They do, and they feel everything that we're feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Without a doubt.
And I mean, we had a dog when I was living in the States. And when I came home from work, she would just come and lay her head on my feet, like, I know you're exhausted, so let's just rest.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Uh,
that's even rest on your own for 5 minutes. That
that's awesome.
that recharges your batteries. It really do. And we need that because we are human. We're not like a wind up toy.
No,
We are not plugged into electric. On times, our bodies need that 5 minutes out just to relax and to recompose yourself.
and that I think is called cultivating your self-awareness.
Yes.
Where is your mindset right now? Where
Yeah.
is your physical body right now? What is your body telling you?
Yeah.
And a great tool to use to actually remind yourself of what your emotional state is and your physical body is journaling.
Yeah.
Write this stuff down. Take that 5 minutes to say, oh my God, I feel horrible today. These things happened at work. I'm tired of that. I don't want, this is a better way to handle it the next time it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to sound really strange, but what I do to empower myself is I do diamond art. That's one I'll start tonight.
Oh, I love it.
That empowers me to know that my mind is in the place where it needs to be,
Yeah.
and I shut everything else out. Let me ask you, parents, and this is going to resonate as well. How many of you, once your children have gone to bed, sit down? I bet 2 out of 10 of you, because the other 8 out of that 10 are faffing about to make sure everything is spotless. And might annoy a few people here. Your house is there after you.
Yes.
Your self well-being is more important than any housework, any dishes. Self-love comes from within, and that's what we need to remember.
Absolutely. And, too many coaches and teachers try to tell us that if you don't make your bed every day, that you're not organized. You're going to go through the rest of the day disheveled, unmade. And that's not the case, okay? There are things that, of course, you need to take a shower,
Yes, yeah.
but
And
that's for you.
and another tip as well.
But
Giving all my secrets away now. If you shower or bath, stay in that tub until that water drains away completely, because that's cleansing you and also grounding you.
yes, I will tell you that I love to take a shower, but on the occasion when I want to take a bath, I'm in that tub for 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I'm
definitely.
just letting everything wash away, all the negativity wash away.
Yeah, because water is also a really good healer as well.
Yes, it is. And a purifier.
Yeah,
And It just, if you could let yourself be one with the water.
Yeah. Yeah. I swear by water because I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
And
I'm an earth child.
water just draws me to my happy place.
Oh, okay.
As strange as that sounds.
I think something that people forget about, and this goes back to the point that you were making about saying no. It's basically learning to set boundaries for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can do it without feeling guilty.
Definitely. You should never feel guilty for putting a boundary in place, because boundaries I look at in this way, and I'm hoping it'll help people understand. If you were to build your own house, those boundaries need to be in place so you don't go over into somebody else's property, shall we say. So boundaries build the foundation for your future.
There you go. I mean, I'm dealing with a situation right now where someone had not set proper boundaries.
Yeah.
And it led to a extremely toxic situation. And even though, you have a lot of people out there who will gaslight you and will tell you, yes, I love you, I want to be in this relationship with you. But then they do other things, like they have a social media page that does not include you.
Yeah.
And they focus on um, getting compliments from people outside of the relationship, and what the compliments tell them, they feel they make that a priority than the way that you feel.
Next week, I'm going to say now, before I think we could do the podcast on how social media affects relationships.
Oh, yes. Because literally, my advice to this person was to get off of social media.
Yeah. Yeah.
It And even if you just do it for a little while, so that you can ground yourself and you can get uh, a more stable understanding of who you are,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that you don't listen to the messages that are coming in and start letting it bleed into your life.
Yeah. Because the grass is never greener on the other side.
And literally, when people post things on these social media platforms, no one except for the person who's posting it knows the intention behind it.
Yes.
Everybody is going to read a simple post a different way.
Yes.
It depends on where you are in your life, how this post will hit you. And so you making social media such an important platform in your life is going to really cause you to have a negative outlook on yourself.
And I want people to look at it this way. Would you walk up to a stranger in the street and say something personal about your life? You wouldn't. So why put it all over social media?
For total strangers to see
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
discuss it in front of you.
Yeah.
It's
Social
important.
media is, I would say, one of the most common reasons why relationships end.
Yes, absolutely. I will say that one thing that we all have to start developing is a growth mindset.
Yeah.
We have to start telling ourselves, I can learn that. I can understand that, you know, and then celebrate those small wins. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, I did it. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I grew flowers.
And that's what it's about, because that gives you so much self-achievement.
Yes.
When you say about you growing those flowers, your eyes were sparkling.
Because I absolutely am amazed that I've been able to do it. I
Yeah.
go and I even have an orchid in the kitchen that I have had for over a year now.
And it's still alive.
And it's still alive.
And that's a massive thing for you as well.
It is. You know, I was feeling kind of I felt like I was a foreigner because in my neighborhood, everybody has these beautiful flowers and the cherry trees and apple trees, and they're just flourishing. And I couldn't even grow grass.
You could always put Carlos out there and paint him green to be a tree.
He is tall enough, absolutely.
He'll be saying that, bloody girl.
I kept saying to him, I'm going over to the neighbor's house and ask her, how does she get her flowers to blossom so well? And he said to me, she's tricking you. They're plastic. And I said, no, they're not. I watch her flowers bloom and just overflow the balcony. And I am like, no, these are real plants and they're gorgeous. And I have to go and ask her how she does it, but I have to learn German first.
But if you look at that, that's a massive thing for yourself, because
Yes.
you're approaching a neighbour. That's one thing. The second thing is you'll be asking for her advice.
You know, this is the funny thing. I belong to a community group, and all of the women have been trying to get me to come and join the women's group. And I was really nervous about it because Carlos was my interpreter. He
Yeah.
would tell me, oh, you know, she's asking you this and things like that. And I'm getting better at understanding. And so now I have started to join the groups, and they're all saying to me, we want you to come and we have go on walks. And so we'll plan a special time so that you can take your courses and we can go on walks. And they're loving it as much as I'm loving it.
Because they're learning from you as well.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
you're both giving back. So
that's it.
and that's rewarding for everybody involved.
That's it. No one is taking without giving back.
No. And that's an important thing that I want everybody to remember.
Yes. Literally, one of the women, she was nervous about asking me to participate in this. And when I told her, yes, I would love to, and she said, really? Really? You will? And I said, absolutely, I'll be there. And so our first meeting, I got lost, which
But
is
you,
typical of me. Okay.
yeah,
And
yes.
so I called her and she came and met me and we walked back to her house. And afterwards, one of the other women had parked in the same place that I had parked. And so we walked back to our cars together.
Yeah.
And she was saying to me, I'm so excited that you joined our group. And they work hard to make sure that I understand everything. And I work hard to make sure that I understand I'm clearly responding back to them. And
One of
they
my
get so excited.
one of my neighbours is Lithuanian.
Mm-hmm.
So they celebrate Christmas different to us.
Yeah.
So every year I take them something that is what we use for Christmas. Like
Mm-hmm.
last year it was a Christmas cake. And then they do baking and they give it back. So I try something from from
From
their
their
part of
country.
the world. Yeah,
Yes. And isn't that so much fun?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. I am loving learning how to bake the German dishes.
yeah.
I can make rhubarb bread. I can make, this is something that's popular in the States too, but I had never made it before, zucchini bread.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Oh, yes, it is fabulous. I add cranberries and walnuts to my zucchini bread.
So
And
next time you go and visit the kids, they can have you baking.
well, they've already gotten that. Okay.
Bless their hearts.
And it's just so much fun because even if we aren't on the same page all the time, we
Yeah,
respect each other's space.
yeah. And it boils down to understanding other cultures,
Yes.
understanding others' religions, and it's about respect.
It's about giving life a chance.
Yes, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Well, on that note, we are going to end the podcast for today, but I have to say, as usual, this has been a blast.
And sorry, guys, I've got skin on show because it is boiling here today.
And she's in the UK, and this is not normal. Neither
No,
is
it's
it
not.
normal here in Germany.
And it's definitely not normal when you're having the flushes to go with it.
We truly hope that you enjoyed this episode and share it with your friends. And be
Yeah.
sure to catch us next week for our next episode on social media and relationships.
Yes. Yes.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye.